Hello there, Manama here, welcome back to World of Warcraft Vanilla Plus on Turtle WoW server. And yeah, let's get some more experience over here. And I'm still looking for people to join the raid group. We still need 1 or 2 more heal, 1 or 2 more DPS, then we can start with the group AQ20. And yeah. It shouldn't be that long anymore to get level 60, but yeah, it's still going to be like 6 weeks. So I'm still trying to find people just through the world chat and stuff. It's tricky, but yeah, it's okay. By the way, our raid group has... I mean, first off, you don't need to join the guild. You can. At the end, you will have the ability to see and maybe even interact with the guild bank at the end. We don't have it unlocked yet, but yeah, obviously that's a thing that I'd like to do. Then we have 2 challenges. One is no random raiding. So people that are part of the raid group right now can only have up to karazhan gear. And I accept trash gear from Molten Core in our raids. Then, once we do the group AQ20, we basically unlock that stuff. Then, once we do Molten Core, next year I'm unlocking that stuff. Well. Yesterday's raid on my paladin was okay. Didn't get too much, actually. But yeah. And the Rune Tusk Troll reputation, I'll do that at the last level. I'll do the Elite quest once, I'll try it out. The Elite Daily should be pretty easy then at 45 enemies, right? At 45 enemies. Yes.
That ability isn't ready yet. I need a target.
Okay, currently I'm just thinking about what should be a good topic to talk about right now. And yeah, I mean, maybe some things about the changes, the upcoming ones. Like the ability to get the set pieces that are currently in the game and changing them to different gear. Like for example, priest. All priest gear in the game. That's temple priest. Exact. All priest gear except Temple of Ankarai will be you'll be able to turn in to Shadow spec and Smite spec gear. This one is already Smite spec in the mind, so you can use this to turn it in to Holy spec and Shadow spec then. And yeah, then Paladin, same thing, except Temple, except the AK-40 set, you can change this to a tanking and DPS set. The mage can turn in all the sets to arcane, frost and fire sets. Maybe temple is fire already for them, but don't know. Yeah, similar things like those. And then they'll add jewel crafting with I mean, before they announced this completely, I was already contemplating what's going to be the... Back then, it was only there's going to be a new profession, and I was like, okay, it's either jewel crafting or inscription. And I feel like inscription was always you've got to take this and that's best in slot and that's it. And jewel crafting was more playful, more entertaining to me. So that's what I would like prefer. And then they added the information there are going to be two specializations, and I was like, yes. So jewel crafting is probably the right one. And then it's probably going to be like, one is the enchanter, one is the crafter. So one is crafting neck rings and trinkets, the other one is enchanting those. And what's going to happen now, it's the one is called gemology, where you are going to enchant things, basically probably ring, neck, trinket, hopefully. And the other one is goldsmithing specialization, and that's where you craft those items. Like I mean, I've really just called that.
Gotta step closer.
Oh, that's the wrong direction. Whatever.
Still charging.
So,
That ability isn't ready yet.
and then they'll add new wings to Deadmines, Wailing Cavern, and then they'll add the next new boss in Shadowfang Keep in the separate wing that nobody's visiting. And a few other things like that. I don't know exactly. Maybe a few other things. Don't remember too much about that. Yeah, but one thing that's kind of that's I feel is weird is, why would you add more to Wailing Caverns? Wailing Caverns is, I still remember it like as a world a day trip. I mean, the first time I went through there, I was like, okay, this dungeon will never end, right? Nowadays, okay, I'm just running through, I know the perfect path, but still. I did once, to be honest, in Wailing Caverns with invite a friend. I did 10 levels in one. Not me, but my friend did 10 levels in Wailing Caverns, because he got like a few level ups, and then I was able to gift him level ups with that feature back then, and then we just had 10 levels. I think there was early Cataclysm, probably, maybe early Lich King, late Lich King. We missed the rocket by, I think, one add-on. We got this silver mount back then. So bad. But yeah.
I can't use that ability yet. It's still charging. Need more energy. They're out of my range.
And then there's going to be Upper Karazhan. Oh yeah. You know what? Let's talk about how Karazhan was back in the day with Blitzclass, with Burning Crusade. The Upper Karazhan starting from the oh, wait a second. Stage where now Morose is the Morose fighters. Back then there was Romeo and Juliet on that stage. You go up the right side you had to clear a few on the that semicircular circular ring. And then you have to go up a ramp on that ring, and then you're on the ring above, and then you went back to the middle of that ring, and then you were in. Let me see. Is that was in front of the chessboard? No, chessboard was chessboard higher up. Oh my god, I can't remember at that point. That up there, I just feel like, okay, yeah, no, it was just you just ran into that hallway immediately, or was it behind the chessboard? No, the chessboard was way higher up. Behind the chessboard, there was the final staircase, right? So this is up there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How am I really failing this? I might really just wrongly connect those, to be honest. But yeah, I think after the stage, the semicircular watching area there above the main stage thing there, then you go into to the middle there, and then on the left side there was the second entrance, I think, at that point already. Yes, and then you had the option to go to the right or to the left into a ring or a balcony that was on the outside where you were fighting Nether Growl, or how he's called, the skeleton dragon. Once you've done that, you went back into the middle of this room. Then there was there was a ramp above this one entrance to the balcony on the outside. Right hand turn through a opening in the wall, then you were basically on the outside again. Left hand turn, then through some of the scaffolding things up on the ridge or up on the outside. Let me see, and then there was the elemental one, I think. Yes. Then there was where the elemental room. Then there was the guardian, patrolling guardian boss, the mechanical elemental one, where you had to worry about his mana, I think. Yeah, right. You waited until he got the mana, and then once he's using the mana, you could do the cooldowns, or other way around. You're not doing cooldowns while he's doing the mana, or yeah. Either it was a weakness or it was a strength phase where you had to think about not doing the right. And he was spawning those arcane lightning blobs that were dealing damage to everyone. Oh yeah. It's been a while since I was there, actually. It's quite a while. Holy shit. And then that was the next boss. Actually, no, obviously Nether Growl, and then him was the next boss. The Nether Growl, I don't think they'll add this at all, similar to this, But yeah, let's talk about it. The boss you just had, it's basically a 3 or 2-phase boss. He's landing, needs to be caught by the tank, and then you just deal damage. The phase 1 is okay, you just have to be wary about the tail, be very wary about the breath, and he's also fearing, I think. That's why you have second tank, because he's only fearing the first one or something. Like this happened, and then he's taking off at 25% or something, then you do damage in the air. The melee and everyone has to still be a bit wary about not doing too much heal aggro for heals, and then there's the bone attack phase while he's in the air, where he's attacking someone. It should be random, I think, but it mainly went to the dude with the most threat, so a druid healer or something got shredded. Got targeted. You have to keep those alive, and then there's the skeleton spawning. They need to be pulled together. You don't want to go too close because they have an damage hour or something. And then you AoE those skeletons down, then he's landing again, and you repeat until he's dead. It was pretty tough fight at the beginning, but it got easier over time, the better the gear was, obviously. Because this was the first raid you do on Burning Crusade. So back to the golem. Once you killed him, he dropped Z pieces, and you were off to the library. There were more of those golems, but weaker ones obviously, but still not too bad. A lot of elementals. Not going to talk about trash fights that much now. I want to get through this in time. So you're in the hall down there. You just have to think of it like a square at the bottom, more or less. And you get down there, and then you have to go up on the other side, and then you go up the first ramp, turn right. Yeah, you go up for the first ramp, turn right, go through another room, an elevated room with those elemental mobs you had to pull somewhat carefully. Then you go up the next ramp, and then you head left to the first boss. I think that was the caster dude. Oh, how you just have to run in a circle because of the frost blizzard that he's doing. Sometimes he's doing like a arcane explosion with a. Before that, he's pulling everyone to him and slowing everyone, so you have to immediately start walking then. No worries, that's nobody really fails that. He had some other cars you are supposed to kick, like one of those you're supposed to kick. Maybe Frostbolt, maybe Fire, I don't know exactly anymore, but you were able to kick that. And it helped, obviously. And once he was pretty low, he spawned 4 elementals. One most of the time got banished by a warlock. Others got just targeted and killed. And then he was dead too, and he dropped a few things that are nice. And then you go next boss. Let's see. Do I remember the path thing on this? You get out of his room. You go above the bridge, there's balcony to the left, and then you go into a bigger room with a few elementals again, and you cross that. On the other side, there's a bridge again, and then on the other side there are some imps. The warlock pet imps, right, basically. You beat those. On the left side there's a bookshelf that you can slide to the side, and you can fight the imp boss. Imp boss was yeah, just they were. That's a demon and an imp. That's what it is. You have to kill the imp, and then you can fight the demon. Demon gets extra damage. Every time the imp spawns, you focus imp first. That's it. Boss down. He was no problem. Absolutely nothing fancy on him in terms of mechanics. But some good loot was on him. I remember there was like a staff for druid on him back then in Burning Crusade. Once you beat that dude, you go back to the bookshelf, out the way you came from, straight forward, next bridge to the next section, and then you had the choice to go up to the left. No. Yes, you had the choice to go up to the left or down to the right. Down to the right was the path towards the boss, the final boss, and to the left up was the optional one. That's the nether spite or something. The arcane. The boss was a drake that had an arcane aura, damage aura, and he had. The moment you start the fight, like 5 seconds later, there were 5 portals spawning that each had a light beam of red, green, and blue, or purple. One of those. I think it was more like blue. Red was for tanks. You take that thing as a tank, you reduce damage taken, and the boss is focused on you, forced on you. There's no threat issue on this one. Blue is you increase damage done, but you lose life pool. So each tick of this reduces your life pool, so you had to switch at a certain point per portal phase. Same with the tanks, you had to switch because you're losing life pool. Or something like that. I don't know the exact reason why we had to switch, to be honest. I think it was life pool too. Might have been something else. But I don't see why. Let me see. No, you gained life pool. Yes. The moment you run into that beam, you got a big buff on life pool, and a debuff that you got per tick, which is reducing that life pool. Same with the damage. The moment you go in, you gain a buff of damage and debuff of life pool. But the buff of damage got increased over time. And the other one, the green one, was healing more or less, so spells were cheaper, but you're losing the mana pool. So at the end, healers don't really want to do this. But yeah, if they run out of mana, you go in there and you maxed with your mana real quick. I think that was it. You gain mana immediately if you do this, but you're losing mana pool over time. You stay in there, and if you stay in there too long, you cannot heal at the end of the phase, which is obviously still needed because you will need to wait until the debuff runs out while the buff might be gone, or debuff expires while the buff might be gone already. So that's a portal phase, and I think there was something about those beams might not cross each other, and then you're fine, right? And sometimes there were some like the normal purple blobs, like for horsemen, something like that on the ground where you have to walk out, and that's it. At the end, people just gave one DPS class the blue beam for the whole phase, and he could solo that thing in terms of DPS then in one phase. Oh yeah, right. There was also a trick to make this easier. In front of that boss, there were trash mobs that you could spell steal a ginormous buff, like 50% damage increase. That had at the end 2 minute. The moment you get the last buff segment of this, it's a 2 minute timer, and then you just go, get the boss ult, and then you blast this thing in total crazy fast time. But yeah, you had to wait there 5 minutes to get the spell steal. We get those 10 stacks with spell steal of this. That's the problem, because the enemy had to rebuff this each time then. Okay, and then the Nether Spite Dragon is down. Then you go, okay, we have 30 minutes already, whatever. Let's continue a bit. Then you go down to the other side. Like I said, down there. Maybe this is the spot where the bookshelf was, the big bookshelf was, to be honest. Because I don't no, the big bookshelf was about in front of this actually, yes. At the point where you can decide go up to Nether Spite or go down, you go down, take the right turn, bridge, there's maybe one platform bridge, and then there's a like small ramp up, and then there was the reputation vendor on the right for Violet something, the faction for karazhan, and then there was a gate that you just click open, and after that there's the chessboard. You just had to play somewhat. Yeah, it's not really chess. It's just you've got to. Every player in the group has to basically choose a chess piece, and then beat the other group, other's king. You have to not kill everything, but you can if you manage to do this. And after this, after the chess thing is done, you go up. Obviously this is a boss, so you get loot, but whatever, you go up. Behind the chessboard, right side, left side, whatever, it's leading together. And at the center there's a ramp up again. And there are already some worms patrolling. And to the left side is Medivh's chamber basically, but nobody went in there because you didn't need to, and basically. And to the right there was a staircase. How do you call this? Let me check. Spiral staircase. Okay, very nice. There was a spiral staircase up. And now I'm kind of confused. Why didn't you go all the way up? Or did you? Do I miss something? Was there a small second boss and that I forgot about on the halfway point? Or do you actually go up all the way? I don't remember. There were a lot of rooms on this staircase. There might have been like a room with something to do, but I really don't remember anymore. Because I never went into those rooms that much, right? I think. Well, that's interesting. So at the end, you just went up all the way. You had to cross, go through one more building, more or less enclosed building, And then you open the door, and then there's the end boss, the big demon guy. He had a lot of features. He had 3 phases. Each phase is dependent on the life pool of the dude. At the beginning, he's just attacking, then he's throwing his weapons around, doing some... having them do different things, and then he was just hitting hard, I think, at the end. And then he's spawning, I think starting phase 2 also, maybe at the beginning already, he's starting to spawn infernals, those fiery golems, right? And you couldn't stand next to those because they are doing fire damage. They don't move, so you could kill them, but nobody did. Everyone just fought this boss at a certain spot where you were safe. There's no way there's a golem going to spawn on top of you, so you can just stay there. Ranged is also in range and safe from golems, so that's how you played that. It wasn't that bad then. I really don't remember if there's one more boss after chessboard, or was it really chessboard plus end boss? To be honest, don't think there was more, but there might be actually, because nah, I don't see it. Maybe I'm misconnecting a few things here, but I feel like that's how it was. Chessboard, then up, right, staircase, and that's it. Well, yes, I think that's it. So I'm doing those 2 mobs, and then I'm finishing it here for today. So thanks for watching, see you next time, bye. Wait, let me skin them. Bye.